Okay, well, if you're following along, welcome to day two. I said I was going to read the book in chapter to chapter, but I kind of took a quick peek in the next chapter I wasn't ready for. So I just kind of looked around my room and saw the number 13 pop out at me. So I'm going to go with chapter 13 today, which is called Life is Funny. Here we go. I think sometimes we believe we have it all figured out. We meticulously plan our days, our weekends, our meals. We crave structure and routine, attempting to control every little thing we experience. At least that's where I have found myself, yearning for control. If I cannot control my external circumstances, then I desperately attempt to control my internal world, my body, down to each fiber, down to the water I drink, the food I consume. Why are we so drawn to the idea of control? Why does releasing control terrify the living hell out of us? Sometimes we think we have got it all figured out, and then something sneaks up on us, like that feeling of finally drifting off to sleep, that moment of peace and somber magic, only to suddenly feel your body jolt as if you were falling from the sky, crashing onto hard cement. Unexpected and often painful. Surprises disguised as challenges that force us to relinquish control, force us to take a seat, raise our hands, and surrender the wheel, to allow ourselves to be guided, often by nothing but blind faith. I'm learning that life is a big game of surrender, of trusting that obstacles have been strategically placed in our lives as little blessings and gifts along the journey. Those challenges are not meant to be feared or, worse, resented. Instead, we should meet them with compassion, like seeing an old friend who was once dear to our soul. It is nostalgic and healing in its very nature. When we meet challenges, I think we are being called to reminisce, to bask in the sense of familiarity, and to trust that regardless of any obstacle in front of us, we will always persevere. I think life, at least for me, has been a constant testing of my resilience. I have been made to endure challenge after challenge, to be broken down again and again, only to build myself back up even stronger. My life has been a series of unfortunate and beautiful events, all pushing the boundaries of my own existence, pulling me back like a slingshot, excavating every darkness and shadow within me, only to catapult me further into the remembering of who I truly am. Although challenges are never fun or joyful experiences, I think I've grown to appreciate them more than the average person. I think I've mastered the art of alchemy. Now, when I walk down my path and find myself face to face with an obstacle yearning for my destruction, I meet it with love. I run toward it with open arms and embrace its every flaw. I allow myself to be consumed by it, but only momentarily, to extract every bit of pain and suffering, to feel it deeply through my body. I have learned that I have always been strong enough to endure this level of pain because I've grown to see that pain is a significant builder. Pain cracks us open, breaking us from our shell and birthing a new refined vessel in the process. I allow myself to love every fiber of that obstacle, that challenge, and I have found that the once ugly, scary-looking thing shapeshifts into something that invokes awe and wonder. I have learned that life without challenge is insufferable, and to think not having to suffer is insufferable within itself. That idea intrigues me, like a new world that tickles a part of my brain. I find myself pondering over the idea of suffering often. Pain is beautiful. Even in my darkest moments, I feel blessed and grateful to experience such a multitude of emotions. I have just as much love and appreciation for happiness as I do for sadness. Both are mesmerizing and transformative. Life is beautiful in all of its suffering and destruction. The sun still decides to shine every morning. What a gift that is. Flowers still choose to bloom after being suffocated by months of cold and snow. They rise again. How magical. Oh, sweet suffering, I would not have you any other way. You are unique and blunt and harsh and incredible all at once. I am honored to know you, to experience you, and to love you. Thank you for gifting me the greatest gift of all, a homecoming to myself. As always, Gentina speaks to me, or her spirit that speaks to her speaks to me. I needed to hear that today. I don't know about you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's March 17th, 2026.